So, wie ich ja gesagt habe, wir reden heute nur Wiederholung in den Noten. Das sind Wiederholungen von ein paar Themen, die wir schon gemacht haben. Und einen Moment, ich versuche das jetzt. Good. So, how to ask questions. Yesterday, I taught the others how to use the W-Frage, and I put some videos online on YouTube, the new videos. Try and check them out on how to ask questions. And today I want to continue. The others are supposed to join this class now. And but anyway, let me use the time to quickly revise what I taught yesterday. So I said that if you want to use if you want to use where, use where to ask someone question. I'm to ask after someone. Pass is to ask after something. Where to ask after origin or sort of something. Who is to ask at location. You learned that already. Going, we are going to location. The videos are online. You can always watch the videos, or I can send the link and you can always watch them. V is to ask the description. So I will try and send you the link so that you can also watch them. All right, without further ado, let's go to today's work. So today's work is about sentence structure. Sentence structure. Oliver, you've learned that du hast schon gelernt, aber ich muss dann nochmal wiederholen. Bei Sonntags, weil sonntags wir Wiederholungen machen müssen, damit du dein Kenntnis, also dein erhofftes Kenntnis auffrischen konntest. Frau iPhone, welcome. Good that you guys are here. So today, like I promised yesterday, so you guys now know how to ask yes or no question. You can ask yes or no question. In case you need the video links, just let me know. I will send the links to you. It's good to watch them over again, and so you can always feel updated. So today we're going to watch sentence structure. Call it Satzstruktur. 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 Yeah. And what do you mean by sentence structure? Sentence structure in German language tells you, or sentence structure in general, tells you how you have to present a sentence. How you're supposed to write a sentence, the standard way of writing sentence in German language or in any other language. French have their own way of writing their own sentence. German have their own way of writing sentence. For example, let's look at what we mean. In English, you can say, I am talking to you. I'm talking to you. Now, if you look at the I is the action doer. I is the action doer. Is the verb that's the action. And the to you is to is the preposition there. And you is the receiver or the other person, probably third person or second person, depending on who I'm referring to. This is in English. This is in English. I is the subject. I is the subject. I'm talking is the verb, which is conjugated with I. If it were we are talking to you. Conjugated verb. Then the to is like a preposition. And the you is like the other person, probably second or third person. The second or third person. Or the non-action doer. I usually call them the non-action doer. So this is the English. This is English for you. That's a simple sentence structure in English language. Also, it can also be in French. It can also be like for those who speak French. je, if you want to put this in French, you have to also be careful there. French have also kind of sentence structure. Je vous dis. And this means I am talking to you. The I there, je, this tells about the subject. That is the subject. The vous, they talk about you. That is the person in formal form. The did is the verb. Can you see how funny it is? So you can see that it's so different that you have subject, then the person, and the verb. But in English, you can actually see how different they are. What about if it's in German? Ich spreche mit dir. I'm not especially to dir. You can see that the ich there is the subject, the spreche is the verb, the mit is the preposition, and the dir there is the third person. In this case, it's always third person because mit is that position. You know what later, you learn prepositions later. And that's the third person. So, which means that if you want to learn German language, you need to know this. You need to know the syntax. Every language has their own syntax. Igbo, Yoruba, whatever language you want to speak, every language has their own syntax. So, but what we want to concern ourselves with is the syntax of speaking German language or writing German language. So you see now German sentence structure. Yeah, the German sentence structure is what you need to know, and that's what I need to teach about German language. You see, the German sentence structure is this standard format. It says that what? It states as follows. That if you want to write an A1 sentence, you want to write an A1 sentence, start with the nominative. That is the subject. Nominative means the subject, action doer. Plus, the next thing to write is what? Is the conjugated verb. Then, plus, after everything writing a conjugated verb, your time, tight, call it temporal. Temporal is what? Time information about time. Then, plus, probably want to put a place, call it local. Local, that's a place. And plus, probably accusative. Accusative means what? Non-action doer. The non-action doer. Non-action doer. Then plus probably an action, probably a receiver. We call it dative. That is what? That is the receiver. Then plus other verbs. Other words, verbs at the end, not conjugated. You don't conjugate other verbs. So you see, this is the A1 German sentence structure. The subject, nominative. But don't forget, let me just put it anyway. The main thing understand that, right? Whether I use the German format. The second one is what? The next thing, which is what? Is the conjugated verb. The third thing that follows is what? Is the time. Then the place that action is happening. When is it happening? And the non-action doer. Then the receiver and other verbs. Let me make a little example with this sentence structure. Once you can put this sentence structure in your head, you know this sentence structure like this, you have no problem. You have no problem learning German language. Now let's see. Let's start with the little sentence. Ich gebe Okay, okay. Ich bringe ich bringe heute um 12 Uhr. Ich bringe heute um 12 Uhr im Garten, maybe im Garten. Then let's say, let me just make a very simple sentence. Let me use a very simple sentence. Let's have this very simple sentence. Ich bringe ein Buch. Now, this is a very simple sentence. Ich bringe ein Buch. Ich is the nominative. That means the subject, action doer. Then the verb bringen is the conjugated verb. We're following a certain structure. We are following a certain structure now. That's what the conjugated verb, converb. Let me call it converb. Let's call it converb. And ein Buch is the non-action doer. It's not doing the action. What's not doing the action is what? Ein Buch. What is what? Accusative. The non-action doer. Accusative. You see, this is a very simple sentence. I can make it longer by putting what? The time. When are you bringing a book? Van. Van brings to ein Buch. Well, let me put that book. Let me use that book to make it more specific. Now I can put time there. I can add time to it by saying, okay, maybe I'm bringing a book today I'm bringing a book by 2 o'clock or by 3 or by any time. Then I can say, if I want to put, I can say, ich bringe 13 Uhr das Buch. Can you see? Ich bringe 13 Uhr das Buch. And I've added what? Time to it. I've added time to it. Don't forget I'm using the structure that nominative, the action doer, followed by conjugated verb, followed by the time. Then I can even expatiate more. I can also expatiate more. Now I put time there. Time is added to it. Time. That is temporal. I've added time. I can also add a place to the sentence if I want, but place should come after time. Then I can say, ich bringe 13 Uhr. It doesn't matter. Das Buch in the Schule. You can also do like this if you want. You see, accusative and dative, they don't have a particular permanent place. They can come after time. They can come in between time and place. Time and place doesn't matter. You can bring to but don't put them at the end. That's the main thing. But just for easy speaking, I could have just said, ich bringe 13 Uhr in die Schule das Buch. It's correct. I'm not saying it's not correct, but it sounds a little bit awkward. You could have just said you could have just carried this in the Schule and put it as I instructed you. It's correct to say ich bringe 13 Uhr in die Schule das Buch, but it's a bit awkward. It's correct. Grammatically, it's correct, but we are human beings, so we have to be reasonable. So that's why I just put in the Schule at the end. It doesn't really matter. But just they will understand what we're saying, but we are being too grammatic. We have to be very careful. What happened in the real life and what happened in the class? You don't speak grammatic when you're outside there. You have to speak what they understand, what they can get. So whether you say ich bringe 13 Uhr in the Schule, that's book, they will understand. They will just laugh. That's okay. You try. We understand you. But we are speaking grammatic. So even if you know grammatic does not make your sense reasonable. If you speak good grammatical German, that doesn't make your sense logical. So being logical is now when you are human. You have to now put sense in it. When you put sense in grammatic, then you are being human, not a machine. You're not a machine. So that's why I said it is okay to say ich bringe 13 Uhr, which is the time, das Buch in die Schule. Yeah. Wonderful. Good. So you can see that once you know this alignment, now I can also put a receiver if I want. Yes. Okay. Let's say I'm bringing the book to the school. But who am I bringing it for? Who am I going to give it to? Maybe I want to bring it to someone. Maybe to Anna or to John. Yeah, I can also do that. I can also see what. I can also add the person there. This is not the place. We call it local. Place, local. Then I can also bring somebody. I can also maybe put a person, a receiver, somebody who is receiving the book, the receiver. I can say, ich bringe 13 Uhr. Ich bringe 13 Uhr. John das Buch. Ich bringe 13 Uhr. I'm bringing John the book. Ich bringe 13 Uhr John das Buch in die Schule. Now there's a problem because I'm moving. Now you have to, if you bring 13 Uhr das Buch in the Schule, it means you are going to the school. But if you say in their Schule, this is where I'm going to teach you something. It means that John must probably be in the school. But this is what I just mean. So you have with what a receiver. I've added what a receiver and the non-action doer, which is the book. Anyway, so all this will be taught. You'll be taught properly. But what I want you to understand is that what you have to understand the elements of a sentence structure. Let's go about the elements of sentence structure. Elements of sentences. The elements of sentences are as follows. First of all, we start with the words. The words, of course, the words are your the words are the elements there, like the verb. So now the elements there are nouns, nomen. What are the nomen? Nomen are the nouns. Nomen can be what? Your nominative, the subject, or the non-action doer, accusative, and your dative, or sometimes the genitive. You learn all this. So we have the first thing that you should see in a sentence, what? A noun. A noun can be a nominative, which is like the John. The second thing is verbs. Verbs. We have a lot of verbs in German language. We have our modal verbs, which we will learn. We have our auxiliary verb. We have auxiliary verbs. We have active verbs. We have active verbs. We have passive verbs. Yes. 3. We have what we call local. Local is position, place. Places. Therefore, the places are what we call places are also like nouns. But I don't really like put them, although they are nouns, places are nouns, but I don't really like put them as nouns. I know that they are nouns, I know that they are nouns. But I'm teaching you German language for now. Local like places. How do you write places? Local. Then the second other one is what we call modal. We learn all this in later, don't worry. 5, we learn what we call also the temporal, which is the time. Yeah. So these are the most important thing in the German sentence. These 5 things are the things that build up what the German sentence. Also, we have some other element too called prepositions. I'll make it easier. I will just make this. I will say nomen verbs. We have preposition. Let me generalize this for you guys. Preposition, yeah, and we have adverb. Adverbs. Just remove the temporal from that. Let me generalize it. Adverb. Adverb and adverb. Yeah. So these four things are what you need to write a German sentence correctly. So you'll be taught about nomen, you'll be taught about nouns, you'll be taught about verbs. I'll teach you about preposition, everything you to have about prepositions, you'll be taught. You'll be taught about adverb. Also, we also call what? Conjunction. Conjunction. Yeah, conjunction are also very, very, very important. How to join sentences together. If I have two sentences, how can I join them together? Be taught. So you see all these stuffs, all these elements there are the one we call it part of speech. Call it the word art. Part of speech, word art. Sometimes they call them word art. Word art, part of speech. Like the one that builds upward this sentence you see here. So once you can understand these elements of sentences, you can understand time, you can understand a lot of things in German sentence, in German language structure. So for our level, as I've said, that what the A1 German sentence structure have the format, your nominative, conjugative verb, the time, the locale, the place, non-action doer, the receiver, and other verbs. Other verbs. All right. So my work now is to teach you about nominative as a nomen. Then after that, I'll teach you about verbs, then prepositions, adverbs, and conjunctions. The conjunctions, you might not learn them now, but you learn them later. When time comes, you learn them. So what is nominative? What is accusative? What is dative? You will not be taught genitive for now. I'm not teaching that for now. I'll teach you what accusative is, what nominative is, what accusative is, what dative is. Now, let's go at what nomen. The first thing you want to know about nomen is what? Properties of nomen. So once we have studied nomen, verbs, prepositions, and adverbs, we cannot go into what forming sentences with. How to use them to form sentences. How to use them to form what sentences. A noun. What's a noun? Properties of a noun of nomen. 1. A nomen must have casus, must have a case. Casus. Can either be nominative, or it can be accusative, or it can be what? Dative. I'll teach you that. Number 2 is that what? A noun must be introduced into a sentence. A noun must have particle. Or the gender. You see, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Look at the example. I want to say, I said, look at English language. I said, boy is coming. Say boy is coming. This does not make any sense. Is boy a person, or is it a name of a person, or what? I can say John is coming. Good, that is definite. But when I say boy is coming, this is a bit not clear. That's wrong. To be sincere, that's quite wrong. Oh, that's very wrong to say. So I need to introduce the noun boy into the sentence. Articles and genders help you to introduce what? Nouns into a sentence. We've learned about articles already. So what do you say? Say the boy is coming. Or you can say that boy is coming. Or you can say a boy is coming. Or which boy is coming? That's a question, but I'm not looking at questions. So your D, that, A, they are all called articles. The the that, the a, they are called articles. Yeah, they are called articles. So if you want to introduce articles into a sentence, if you want to introduce a noun into a sentence, you need to use articles. If the noun is not a proper noun, what's the proper noun? A proper noun is the name of people. John, John. You cannot use articles with them. Any noun that you cannot use articles, you cannot say, oh, the John is coming, or the Chuka is coming, or a Oliver is coming. It doesn't make any sense. So we need articles. So now let's look at what to mean by nominative and accusative and dative. Like I told you before, that what all noun must have with gender. Let's look at classes of noun. Now, all nouns must have what gender. All nouns must be either a feminine, masculine, or what, neutral or plural. The classes of a noun tells you the responsibility that noun is carrying in a sentence. Now let's look at something. Let me start with, I like using examples. Let's look at this. John brings Anna in a flashy vessel. Now we have three nouns here. Okay, let me show you something different. John brings Anna ein Buch. John brings Anna ein Buch. This is what John is bringing Anna a what? A book. John here is the action doer. John is the action doer. John is the action doer. Or in German, we call it nominative. Is the nominative. So anybody that is doing the action in a sentence is called nominative. And most of the time, we conjugate the action doer with the verb. We conjugate the verb with the action doer, sorry, no? We conjugate the verb with the action doer. John brings Anna ein Buch. Now let's go. What about the Anna? Anna there is the receiver. Anna is a receiver. It is not necessary that the receiver must be human being. It can be something else. So it's not compulsory that the receiver must be human. When I say receiver, it doesn't mean that you must collect something. No, receiver does not mean that you must collect something. It's just a sense that you are not going to do the action, and you are not but you are receiving something. Please that is a very, very wonderful way to understand German. So Anna is the receiver, or we call it what? Dative. Call it dative. Now, ein Buch there is not the one doing the action. We call it the non-action doer. It is the non-action doer. It is not doing any action. So if you have a noun in a sentence which is not receiving and is not doing any action, it is accusative. Ein Buch. So ein Buch is non-action doer. And not receiver. And not a receiver. We call it what? Accusative. So please put this thing in mind. If a noun is not the action doer and it is not a receiver, what do we call it? Accusative. I beg of you not to forget that important rule. Now, good that you now know what accusative is, what dative is. But you see, we have to be very careful. I want to ask guys a very sincere question. A very, very sincere question. Look at these sentences. Why is this thing not, why is it always? Sorry, please. So let's take an example. I don't know why this thing is. 2 minutes. Now, let's look at this. Let's take these nouns. They are man. Why is this thing doing this? Just a moment. I don't know why this thing is. It's not doing. Kind of far away. Kind of far. Why is this still doing that? Then let's go on. Der Mann, die Frau, und der Tisch. Of course, man is masculine, Frau is feminine, Tisch is what? Is masculine. Now I want to say the man is giving the woman the table. What are we going to say? Der Mann gibt die Frau, that means the woman. Der Mann gibt die Frau der Tisch. Right? That is the correct thing to say. Der Mann gibt die. I have to remove this. Why is it not leaving? Okay, let's go on. I will correct that later. Der Mann gibt die Frau. Der Mann is the action doer. That is the nominative. Then gibt die Frau. Gibt, that is the verb. Yes. That is the verb. And the Frau is the receiver. She's not receiving the teach. And their teach, of course, that is the non-action doer. Now you know that what this is the nominative. Don't call it norm. And the Frau. The Frau is what? That is the receiver, call it the dative. And their Tisch there is the accusative. Yes, this would have been correct. It would have been very, very correct to write this. It would have been very, very, very correct to write this. But my dear, my people, don't be so a bill. It's not actually like that. It's not actually what? Like that. Why? Why is it not like that? You see, let me highlight this out so that you know the difference there. Good. And their Tisch. Good. Now, you see, for every case, nominative, accusative, and dative. Nominative, accusative, and dative. The gender or the article must change. Nominative have their own kind of article. Accusative have their own kind of article. Dative have their own kind of what? Article. So all the articles I'm giving you here, they are just the nominative articles of these nouns. I'm sorry to tell you to burst a bubble. That means what? If you are under nominative and you are a masculine noun, if you're under nominative and you're a masculine noun, we just call you what? We say you are what? You are what? For example, dear man. You say you are dear man. But if you are now accusative and you are a masculine noun, we don't say dear man again. No. We don't say dear man, it's wrong. No, we don't call you dear man because you are not accusative. You are now a non-action doer. So how do we show that you are not a non-action doer? Because if we say that dear man, we will be thinking that are you still the one doing the action? So how do we show that you are not doing the action again? You say what it is, dear man. So under accusative, you call you what? Dear man. What about if you're now dative? How do you call you? If you're not the receiver and you're masculine, call you what? Dame. So you are what? Dame. That'd be what? Dame man. And that is for what? So for any masculine noun, if you're a masculine noun and you are nominative, you are the action doer, their man, their tish, their own, the dog, and so on and so forth. If you're a masculine noun but you're accusative, become den. Den tish, den und, den tish, any masculine noun at all. Den tish, den und, and so on and so forth. But what if you are now dative, you are now the receiver, you are receiving something? How do you show that you are receiving something? Den man, den tish, den und, and so on and so forth. So, the end. I have done that for what? For masculine. Yes. This same thing also affect what? This same thing also what affect what? Feminine. Affect neutral, affect plural. So to make the thing easy, I don't want to write in too much. I'm going to draw a table. I'm going to draw what? A table. This table will help us what to generalize everything. We were not going to correct the sentence that we wrote before. All right. So on this table, I have the cases, the casus. I have the genders. I have masculine. If you're a masculine noun, if you're a feminine noun, if you're a neutral noun, and if you're a plural noun. We have if you are nominative, if you are accusative, what will be your gender? If you are dative, what will be your gender? Sorry for this. I don't know why this is not leaving. I'll try to delete. I'll try to move this things, but it's not leaving. Why? It's so funny. Can you find it? So crazy. I'm coming. Let me see. It's not leaving. Oh, let's go on. So nominative. Like I said, if you're a nominative noun, we call you what? If you're a nominative and masculine, you are nominative, you are masculine, but you are not nominative. Call you dear. For example, der Stuhl. If we are now accusative, what do we call you? Den Stuhl.